Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are from Group A, will presentation about pronoun reference. Which we will explain. Here is the definition, example, and types of pronoun reference. So, before I begin this presentation, I want to introduce myself. My name is Nalar Rati. I will explain the definition of pronoun reference and give one example. Pronouns are words that replace nouns or other pronouns. The pronoun that is usually used is I, me, you, they, she, he, it, and much more. In pronouns reference, there is also something called an antecedent. The noun that pronouns replace come before them and are therefore called antecedent. Example, Giovanni is a student. He plays soccer very well. So, in this example, he is a pronoun that refers to Giovanni. Therefore, Giovanni is considered to antecedent of the pronoun he. Next, we will explain the types of pronoun reference. Annisa Nurba will explain personal pronoun and possessive pronouns. Please, Annisa.
Hello guys, so there are 8 types of pronouns, but before I explain to you, let me introduce myself. My name is Annisa, so without further ado, let's get started. The first one, there is personal pronouns. In daily activity, we always use this word when we speak English, but maybe we don't know the called personal pronouns. So what is personal pronouns? Personal pronouns is a short word we use as a simple substitute for proper name of person. Each of the English personal pronouns shows us grammatical, person, number, gender, and case of the noun it replaces. So there are 2 types of personal pronouns. The first one is subjective pronoun and the second one is objective pronoun. You can see at my whiteboard there are nominative, also called subjective pronoun, and an objective pronoun. So I, you, she, he, it, we, you, they are all subjective pronoun or nominative. And me, you, her, him, it, us, you, them are all objective pronoun. And this is name of person, subjective and objective, like first singular as in I, second singular as in you, and etc. So I want to clean up my whiteboard before giving you an example. Okay, number 1. I read the book. I in here is subject personal pronoun because I lies on the beginning of this sentence. Number 2. Brilliant is visiting from Jakarta. He will stay 2 nights in our home. Brilliant is not personal pronoun, but brilliant is subject. He in here is personal pronoun because he proper name of brilliant, because brilliant is person. And the last one, the script was written by my friend and me. Me in here is object personal pronoun. So if you read this word our in the second sentence, Brilliant is visiting from Jakarta. He will stay 2 nights in our home. Our in here is pronoun, but our is not personal pronoun. So I will explain to you. The second type of pronoun reference is possessive pronoun. We use possessive pronoun to refer to possession and belonging. There are two types of possessive pronoun: the strong or absolute possessive pronoun and the weak possessive pronoun, also called adjective pronoun. Mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, theirs are all the strong or absolute possessive pronoun. My, your, his, her, its, our, their are all the weak possessive pronoun or adjective pronoun. For example, number 1, I say that's my phone. My in here is the weak possessive pronoun or adjective pronoun. Number 2, I said that phone was mine. Mine in here is the strong or absolute possessive pronoun. This pronoun help us to show possession. So the next type of pronoun reference will explain by my friend Gilang.
Hello guys, here I will explain about reflexive pronouns and demonstrative pronouns. Before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Gilang Hanifah. Reflexive pronouns are used to refer to the subject of a sentence that does something to the subject itself. Words that include reflexive pronouns, namely 1. Singular: myself, yourself, himself, itself. 2. Plural: ourself, yourself, themself. Example: I saw myself in the mirror. Myself refers to I. I see myself. Wijaya still does not trust herself. Herself refers to Wijaya. Wijaya does believe in herself. Reflexive pronouns have a important value in sentence so that if the reflexive pronouns are removed in a sentence, the reflexive pronouns are removed. The sentence will have a different meaning than before the reflexive pronouns were removed. Example: I hurt myself. I hurt. Meaning of the sentence is not clear. He made himself coffee. He made coffee. Reflexive pronouns cannot be after the words feel, meet, contents, and relax. In addition, reflexive pronouns are usually not used after verbs, which mean activity that often or usually done for themselves, such as wash, shave, and rest, unless absolutely necessary to clarify of emphasis who is performing an action. Demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns are pronouns that are used to show object, animal, or people whose existence is clear. Officially, that meaning is that this object which is pointed out is clearly known. Its shape and characteristic are known. The words that are included in demonstrative pronouns are this, that, this, and those. The word this and that refer singular nouns, will, this, and those refer to plural nouns. The word that incidents that the object point to is only one and is far away. That word, this, that, das, and those are not only used for demonstrative pronouns, but also in the demonstrative adjective. The difference between the two in their function and structure. In the demonstrative pronouns are used as pronouns. The demonstrative pronouns adjective are used as adjective, modified nouns, and are placed before the noun. The next material will be explained by Tias.
I will explain about conjunctive pronoun and interrogative pronoun. Before I explain, I will introduce myself. I am Tias from Group E. Well, because I have introduced myself, then I will explain. Before that, I want to ask, what is conjunctive pronoun? Conjunctive pronoun is a pronoun that is used to convey two sentences into one sentence by eliminating the same word. In English, the combination two sentences into one sentence is necessary to use the word that. If the first sentence and the second sentence consist of the same object, meanwhile the pronouns included in the group are wo, when, was, that, which, and example from conjunctive pronoun it is now the first sentence there is a television in the room, and the second station my child want to watch. It will be alternate. There is a television in the room that she went to watch. That is used for a subject or object to replace a known person, thing, or other thing. Okay, that were my example is about conjunctive pronoun. I will continue to the next material, namely interrogative pronoun. What is interrogative pronoun? Interrogative pronoun are pronoun the function to ask question in short. Interrogative pronoun consists of wo, was, which, what. An example for interrogative pronoun is the phrase citation, what is the thing near you bake? And the second particle citation, oh, that's my new cat. The pronouns used are what. What head is used to ask an object or animal. Okay, method I can explain the next material will be explained by Difa. So Difa, welcome to continue the material.
Thanks to Tias. Next, I will explain about individual pronouns and reciprocal pronouns. Before that, I will introduce myself first. My name is Difa Pusparani, and I am the last speaker. Well, here I will explain about individual pronouns and reciprocal pronouns. Indefinite pronouns are pronouns that do not refer to any specific person, things, or amount. In other words, they are not specific in which noun they replace. They might be singular or plural and must match the verb in number. Some typical individual pronouns are singular and some plural. The singular pronouns often ends in one or things. In plurals, don't a singular pronoun take a singular verb. For example, everybody has arrived, so we can begin the meeting. Everybody is your singular individual pronouns and needs the singular verb has. A plural pronoun take a plural verb. For example, Clue likes coffee but not tea. I think both are good. Both is your infinitive pronoun replacing coffee and tea. You have a plural verb. You can see here a list of independent pronouns that can be singular or plural depending on the phrase that follow them. A reciprocal pronoun is a pronoun used to identify an action or feeling that is reciprocated. Reciprocal pronouns also help eliminate repetitive sentences. The first one we practice is each other. If two people or things perform the same action toward each other, we use the reciprocal pronouns each other. If I wanted to say that Mr. Grace helped Mr. Caroline and Mr. Caroline helps Mr. Grace, I should simply say Mr. Grace and Mr. Caroline will help each other. The second reciprocal pronouns we will use is one and other. If three or more people or things perform the same action toward each other, we use the reciprocal pronouns one another. If wanted to say that Mr. Clara, Mr. Emily, and Mr. Jack is Mr. Student and their student miss them, we would say that the teacher and the student miss one another. So reciprocal pronouns help eliminate repetitive sentence. When two people action toward each other, we use the reciprocal pronouns each other. When three or more people or things perform the same action toward each other, we use the reciprocal pronouns one another. I think that's enough until here. Thank you for your attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.